Audio speeding, camera A is speeding, camera B is speeding. Podcast with Lance Allen. Alright, so here in the Taylor Artist Showroom, we are going to film some artist performances this morning. We're filming with Bailey Callahan and Maggie BAUGH, and then we're also going to film some podcasts here. We're going to record and film. This showroom is incredible. We are just borrowing it for the day, or for the morning, and then we're headed back over to Summer NAMM.
But I remember like the first real guitar I got, I was always in love with Taylor, but I never wanted to like settle for like a 214. I wanted the 914, so I refused to buy a Taylor until I saved up my money to get the 914.
Alright, audio speeding.
Speeding.
Camera A speeding.
Camera B speeding.
Maggie, what's the song called?
Beautiful.
Beautiful, take two.
Hey guys, I'm Maggie BAUGH and we're here at Taylor Nashville. Right, at Taylor, in Taylor, at. We're at Taylor, sorry. Action.
Sound speed, camera A speed.
Camera B speed.
How Bailey and Maggie met. Take one.
You have to ask us questions. Like,
You
you can't just like talk about ourselves.
Introduce yourselves
Okay.
first, and
Alright.
then just do that again. Hi, I'm Bailey. Hi, I'm
Okay.
Maggie. And then I'll ask how you guys met.
Alright. Hey guys, I'm Bailey Callahan.
Hey guys, I'm Maggie BAUGH.
Oh, and we're here. Please, should we?
Like C as in cow, or something, you know, S as in Sam. She goes, you can't really say J as in J. And it made her laugh. It made her laugh. I was like, you know, that was stupid.
Okay, so back here in the Taylor booth, and I've run into Ben Scott.
Because I never leave here. It's
'Cause he
like my
never
home away
leaves
from
here.
home at the Summer NAMM show.
Yeah, he just hangs out, demos guitars for people,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
you know. They've got outside office, just things
The
to do.
outside office,
A remote office.
the
It's
remote
NAMM show.
office. I would like to have my whole office on a remote.
My office is pretty much right here, and wherever I am, we're doing some business. That's just, you know.
My whole office is this thing, basically, now. It's all fits in a backpack. A little bit heavier than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. But look, Ben's sporting some...
I got the gimbal.
He's got the gimbal going on here. I'm too lazy to bring gimbals, is what it is.
I'm too lazy not to bring gimbals.
Trey Hensley.
Yes, how's
what's
it
up?
going, man?
How are you?
I'm all right.
Having a good show?
Yes.
Rocking the Iron Maiden
That's
shirt
right.
today.
Gotta fit in at NAMM.
Wu-Tang Clan shirt is at home.
That's tonight. Yeah, that's tonight. Daytime, nighttime.
Right. Trey Hensley is watching the video footage that I mixed and edited from the NAMM show performances right now. Hoping he likes it. They played so incredibly.
That's cool, man.
I'm here with Andy, and we're talking about massacred guitars that we've seen. And Andy is himself a very, very famous guitar builder and guitar tech. A lot of people don't know that you spent a lot of years, like, you know, working on guitars for a lot of people. What's the single worst hack job you've ever seen?
Single worst? I'm not sure I could say there's a single worst. I've seen some sad ones. There was a 57 gold top Les Paul. That one was bad. That one, somebody had tried to put like this locking tremolo in the top and like hacked out this giant hole right where its original tune-o-matic should have been, and they scooped out the back like a Strat and carved the heel. It was like, this was an amazing guitar and you ruined it. Like, it's ruined. What have you done? But in place of a saddle, I've seen everything from a ballpoint pen cartridge to one side of a pair of eyeglasses. I saw somebody actually took like the earpiece from a pair of glasses and broke off the curvy end and used that as a saddle.
That's incredible.
This old guy, pretty old guy, came walking in, had a Strat, and set it down on the counter, and he was telling us it wasn't working and so, and we were like, okay, cool, let's open the case, take a look. We opened the case, this guitar is just like fried. It's like, what happened to this guitar? And he proceeded to tell us that he made a cord to plug it into the wall. This is true. And so we had to explain, we had to introduce him to amplifiers and how electric guitar works, and tell him that we have to, a whole new pick guard, all new electronics, pickups. You fried this whole guitar cooked.
He's lucky he didn't die.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I would have loved to see the video. Can you imagine what happened when he plugged that thing in? Probably everyone in the house ran out the front door.
All right, so I'm here with my really good friend Rich CASCIATO, who's literally one of my favorite people in the whole industry. Gives the best T5 demo in the world, and knows everything about accessories, as I've come to learn. And Rich did, I think on the From the Factory podcast, you were talking about picks really recently.
Yes.
So I'm going to have Rich just kind of walk through like the new picks and straps and polishes and all the things.
Sure.
There's a lot of new accessories this year.
All right, so here we go. So let's start with something really easy that everybody needs to know, and that's about how to take care of their guitar. And there's a couple of things that you really need to know about. One of them is the satin finish cleaner. Now, what's interesting about this is that this isn't on the market at this point. There's no really satin cleaner. There's a guitar cleaner, but not a satin cleaner. And if you use a regular polish, like a premium guitar polish, even ours, on a satin finish guitar, it might splotch it up or it might make it shiny. And you don't want to do that because satin finish isn't shiny. So this is the cleaner that you need to make it look just like it's factory fresh. So even if you've used regular polish on your satin guitar for quite a while, you can now come back and get it much better with the satin cleaner. So really important, something to do there. When it comes to the straps, let's talk about straps. We've done it's taken us a long time to get this figured out correctly in order to get a strap that's really unique to Taylor. And one of the cool things about it is if I just kind of grab a strap and you look at it, a lot of straps, you'll put them on and it might say the name is up here, or there's a lot of strap companies that will make straps for different guitar companies, but it's really the same strap and you want something unique for your Taylor. So when you put this guy on here, first of all, you get this little headstock. So you got your Taylor headstock right there with your Taylor logo. This particular strap is a model number 4250. Well, big deal. What's 4250 mean? Well, that means that it really matches our 400 series guitar and it's 2.5 inches wide. You go, okay, so let's go down the rabbit hole a little bit more. So if this matches a 400 series guitar, what does that mean? Well, this little inlay right here on the strap actually is the same inlay that's on our 400 series fretboard. The Taylor logo, the Taylor headstock, but these colors here will actually match the colors if, let's say that you have a rosewood, a 414 rosewood guitar. This cordovan color really goes well with the stain that we used on that, and this matches the binding. So when you put it all together, it all goes together. So we have straps that go with our 300 series, 400s, 5s, 600s, 7s. There's some really different types of things that you can do in a distressed leather. So these would match our 800 series guitar. So you're going, well, how do I know that? Well, this is the element inlay design from an 800 series. And so you have a 2.5 inches wide or a 3 inch wide. So if we're intuitive, and we don't know anything about it, if that one was a 4250, which meant 400 series, 2.5 inches wide, and if this matches an 800, then this is going to be an 8250, and this is going to be an 8300. Let's see if I'm right. If I look here, sure enough, 8250 and 8300. So it's really well laid out, not only for a consumer, but for a dealer, to be able to know what straps they should get. Here's an interesting one here. This is to go with our Grand Pacific guitar. Now, for those of you that know the Grand Pacific really well, we have a very special case that goes with the Grand Pacific, and the case has this Western floral. So we made the strap to actually match the case, and we have two of them. This one would match our 300 series because it has the black to match the black binding, and this one would go real well. Can we walk over this way?
Yeah.
And that matches our Grand Pacific there. You can see the binding color and the strap color, and it all goes really well with the guitar. So it's kind of like matching a tie to a suit, if you can go in that direction. But it's really, really nice to have a special strap for a special guitar. Let's talk about capos. There's nothing worse than a capo that squeezes a guitar wrong and throws the guitar out of tune. So Keith Brawley, our head of all of this accessories, went and we found and we're making this in the United States, but there's three things to remember about this capo. Number one is that this radius matches the radius of the back of our Taylor necks. So when you tighten this in order to get the capo to engage, it squeezes it, I hate to use that word, but it squeezes it in the exact amount of pressure level across, so it keeps the guitar intonated better when you're trying to play it in a capoed position. The second thing is it's a one-finger release. So when it's on there, you can just pop it with your thumb and it can come off. The third thing is that it's going to be hard to see on video, but there's two little plastic guides here and here. And those guides, what they're going to do is it's going to enable the capo to not scratch your guitar. You can actually use this capo, slide it up and down, and you can release it and put it over the nut, and it won't scratch the guitar, and it's always ready for you to use if you need to go with a capo. So that should give you a really good overall of capos, straps, and polishes. And the last thing we should talk about is guitar picks. In the new Wood and Steel magazine, we have a whole article about guitar picks and how they should be used. For years, I've been playing guitar now for 53 years. And how you have your mic stand and you have your pick thing and you have all your picks in there. I always had 5 different sizes of picks, and I would get teased all the time of, geez, why can't you can't afford to buy 5 of the same pick. And it's like, no, I have a different pick for the different type of sound that I want. If I'm strumming the guitar, if I'm playing a solo, if I'm playing jazzy, if I'm playing rock, for different thicknesses and to get different tone. And the easiest way to change the tone of an acoustic guitar is by changing your pick. So we have all of these different types of picks, and if we go into this little jar of magic right here, and I just pull a couple of different things out, what you're going to find is that this pick right here it's an Italian Ivoroid material, and it has a wonderful warm tone to it that really makes your guitar sound totally different than if you're using a tortoise pick, anything like that. This pick here, I call it it's like the magic pick of destiny. And this is it's called Thermax Ultra, and it comes in this color. It also comes in more of a red here, and there's also an oyster, I believe. And it comes in 3 different thicknesses, a 1 millimeter, a 1.25, or a 1.5. And if you take those 3 different sizes and you strum a guitar with the 1.0, the 1.25, or the 1.5, the guitar is totally going to change its tone. And that's what you need if you're going from a lead to a rhythm type thing. So the most inexpensive way to change the way your guitar sounds is by trying out different picks. So that's what I got. Any questions?
thanks so much to Rich for going through all that with us. He's like the master of, like, the whole podcast thing on picks was awesome.
Was awesome?
Super. If you haven't listened to the From the Factory podcast, it's one of my favorite things to listen to.
Oh, and don't forget to listen to the one about dad jokes.
Rich is the literal master of dad jokes.
Of the dad jokes. So,
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, so do that.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thanks, Rich.
Okay, you bet.
That's going to be it for day 2 of Summer NAMM from myself and Devin. Devin's wife is going to have a baby literally any moment. We're all really excited. Can't wait for it. Pins and needles. I think I'm more worried about this than you are.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing. You're going to be such a rad dad, too.
Thanks, man.
It's going to be awesome.
that.
So, from me and Devin and the Taylor staff, that's it for day 2 at NAMM. We'll see you tomorrow.